Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 to test out the Lexus LFA, which is brand new to the game, the prize car for 50% completion of the Horizon summer season. So earlier today I ran through these in a video earlier today when I tested out the Rover SD1, which is the other new car this week, and I said I'd be back later with the Lexus, which is what I'm doing now. But if you haven't seen me test out the Rover and you want to go and check that out, that should be live by the time this video's out. But yeah, the car I'm here to test out now is the Lexus LFA, which I've already gone in and won. I've done several of these challenges, enough to win the Lexus. But yeah, interestingly, there's nothing new next week. So you're going to have to wait for new cars until winter when two are going to come along. We're going to be testing out the Vulcan AMR and the Ford Supervan 3 in winter, and then again in spring there's nothing new. So summer and winter are the seasons to be interested in at the moment. But yeah, I have the Lexus, so we will go and test it out. I do quickly want to show you the Forzathon shop. If you didn't watch the video, the Rover video, basically I was saying that the Focus pre-order car is in the shop. Which is the first time it's been available to us. Previous to that, like, nobody's had it. So it is the first time that's ever come up. I don't know if it'll come up again, but yeah. Until today it was the rarest car in the game. But as you can see on the clock, there's only 9 hours left, and by the time this video is edited and uploaded, there'll be a lot less than that. So if you want the pre-order car, get on as quickly as you can to get hold of that, but if not, nothing to worry about. But anyway, on to the LFA, which I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting for. We've only had 2 Toyotas so far. I know technically it's a Lexus, but it's kind of your third car since Toyota opened up and let us have Toyotas and Lexuses, or Lexi, whatever you call it, in the game. But yeah, like I was saying in the video earlier with the Rover, as much as I love the LFA, I kind of think it's only good for one thing, and that's this noise. Which sounds like a new noise. I haven't heard a car that sounds quite like that. And obviously it's similar to Carrera GT, V10 car, but yeah, V10 is my favourite engine. I prefer them to V12s. Just listen. Yeah, I do love this thing, but I found the Rover more interesting. Because apart from the noise, I don't think this car looks particularly good. I mean, it's interesting and unique, but I don't think it looks particularly good. And it doesn't drive, it doesn't drive badly, but to me that's what it's all about. But anyway, there's a house here that I've managed to crash into the fence of. So let's head into the house, see what upgrades and customization are available, then head out again in the Lexus, hit the motorway, run it through the tunnels, because something that sounds this good, you have to go to the tunnel. But yeah, they finally added this car. So many people have been asking for it, so it is about time they added it. As always with these, I'm probably not going to do too much. I always like to put on the nice racing tyres with tyre rating, but we're already an S1 class, so I don't want to do too many upgrades and make it undrivable. We will stance it out a bit, make it look a bit better. I will lower the suspension and stuff, but the important bits are aero and engine swaps. See if there's anything new. No new aero, no new aero. All we've got is we've got a V12 swap or another V12 swap. If you want to swap out your nice sounding engine for something almost as nice sounding, but it's never going to be quite as good. And twin turbos if you want to ruin your Lexus. But we did the tyres. I will just throw these bits on, and brakes and suspension, but I'm not going to add any power. It's plenty fast enough. And we'll see if we can find a colour a bit better than white. Before I do that, I will quickly check what designs you guys have come up with in the community. Oh, we can put it on race, and it already sits very low if you do that. So there might not be that much more we can do with the lowering of it. Oh, install setup, yes. So gone from 826 to 862. Just swap those 2 digits round, it's fine. But yeah, I'm not going to do any mods to the engine. I just wanted to check what engine swaps were available. So if we now go on designs and paints, we can see what hideous creations the community have come up with. Okay, we've got another tofu delivery car from Initial D, which I was saying this earlier in the video with the Rover, because somebody had made an Initial D livery for that. I was saying that, actually I think it was Don Johnson had made both of them, but now that the A86 is in the game, there is this livery for everything, all of a sudden. So we've got some cool looking racing ones. I love the HKS one, actually. That's creative, because that's a classic Toyota livery. I think it's been on Toyota. Somebody did it on the new Supra. But as much as those are cool, I think I'm just going to go for a manufacturer. I kind of imagined it being in the blue. Ooh, you know what? Yellow's quite cool. You kind of need something that makes the vents and stuff stand out. I was imagining it in blue. I think we'll be a bit bright. We'll go with the yellow. But yeah, I think it's time to head on out, head towards the motorway, and see what it sounds like in the tunnel. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to do anything with this car. I kind of like it fairly true to how it is, as something very noisy to cruise about in, rather than trying to build it to race and anything. Because I don't want to slap a wing on it. I don't want the Forza Aero on it. I mean, personally I don't think it looks brilliant anyway, but I still think that would ruin the look of it. So I don't think it's a beautiful car. I think it's an interesting design, nice unique design that I don't want to ruin with wings, but I don't think it's a good looking car. I kind of feel like that's almost the point. Those vents at the back are cool though, where they let air out from the rear wheels. But yeah, it is a cool car. It's got that noise. It looks crazy, whether you like the design or not. Yeah. Never really a big fan of Lexus interiors either. I like the carbon fibre everywhere, that's cool. Oh, hello Apollo Intensa Emocione. Or Apollo IE, I should say, if I'm going to pronounce it that badly. But yeah, it is a cool car. So many people have been asking for it, so if you want the LFA, make sure you go and get 50% in this season. I mean, I'm sure it'll come back. It'll be in the Forzathon shop in a few weeks. That's what usually happens. But yeah, we do now have 2 Toyotas and a Lexus in the game, so hopefully they'll carry on adding them. After that first Supra was added, it took ages to get the A86 and then obviously the LFA. So we've now got 2 proper Toyotas. So we've got the racing trucks and stuff before. We've now got 2 proper Toyotas and a proper Lexus. So if you want any of those, they should be coming back. But yeah, hopefully, I'll be quiet for a minute. Sheep. Yeah, hopefully they will add some more Lexi. An RCF or something would be kind of cool, I guess, but yeah, I'm not a massive fan of them, but they really should hurry up and add some more, because I know people do like them. But yeah, I do hope they add some more Lexi, and don't take too long over it like they did with the second Toyota, because it took far too long to get the A86 after the Supra was added. And I hope that's not the end of the Toyotas as well. I hope they add some more, because we're all waiting for them to add the Yaris. But no, there are still some good. There isn't a Celica in here. There isn't a. What else did Toyota make that's cool? The new Yaris would be cool, actually. The Rallycross style one that they've built. But yeah. Oh, obviously the new Supra. That would be interesting. I mean, we've got the BMW Z4, which is effectively the same car. But it would be interesting to see how they compare to each other. So the new Supra would be cool. New Supra, a Celica, an RCF. They're the cars I kind of imagine them adding. That I think they probably should add, but yeah. That's the Lexus LFA. I could drive around with this noise all day, but at some point we're going to have to drift Lexus. Yes. Those downshifts. Anyway. I could drive this all day, but I think that's probably a good point to end the test drive in the LFA. But yeah, as I said, if you haven't seen the video on the Rover SD1, that went out earlier today. So to win that, you just do It's Never Over the Rover Championship. And like I said, to win the LFA, you do 50% of the overall season, which I did. I did these two obviously before, because they contribute to every season. So I did those two first. And yeah, I basically did the PR stunts and the championship for the Rover, and that was enough to get the LFA. So it really doesn't take too long. Like I said, next week there's no new cars, so there won't be any videos on new cars. There will be a different video of some sort. I haven't quite decided what yet. But that will be going up this time next week. And the following week in winter there will be 2 videos again. Testing out the 2 new cars, the Vulcan AMR and the Supervan 3. Then again in spring there won't be any new car test drives. But yeah, that's been a first look and test drive of the brand new LFA. I hope the audio worked in this one, like I was saying in the Rover one earlier. The audio, when I tested out the Lego Bugatti a couple of days ago, actually it was probably yesterday's video, but when I tested that out, the audio was all out of sync, so the car sound and me didn't line up with the image on the screen, so I hope I've fixed the issue. It seemed alright before recording this and the Rover video, but yeah, apologies if that's still broken. But yeah, otherwise that's going to do it for this video, taking a first look at the very noisy Lexus LFA. And yeah, I'll be back with the next video very soon.